My husband Jacob and I had done a bike-a-thon outside of Rhode Island, and we worked really hard to raise a lot of money. And it was going out of state, and we said, you know, we live in Rhode Island, we love Rhode Island, let's bring this a little closer to home.
We weren't aware of a local bike-a-thon that supported cancer treatment here in Rhode Island, so we made the decision to get the ball rolling and go for it.
Our first bike-a-thon was a rousing success, and within a few years we really built it up, and we're really proud of where it's gone and the help that we've had to make it the success that it is.
Round Rhody is Life Cycle's premier event. Each year we garner support from hundreds and hundreds of donors that our riders reach out to. The reason why an event like that can be successful is because the sheer number of participants in it. We've been lucky enough to break that 100 rider mark, and each of them puts in so much energy and effort in reaching out to their friends, their family members, colleagues, people that they know, to get support from them. So it casts a much wider net, which invites so many more people to become a part of what we're trying to do and what Life Cycle is able to accomplish for the people of Rhode Island who need cancer treatment.
I was one of those patients who needed it, and I'm out there raising money, hoping to inspire others that they can do the same thing. It was my 5-year anniversary, and I decided to get out there and celebrate my 5 years and go find something that I hadn't done before, that was a challenge for me, that was beyond anything I had thought I could do. I thought Ride Round Rhody, especially being a local, stay in Rhode Island, hit my hometown community, I thought it was a great way to reach out and help. This is going to a cause that I absolutely believe in.
Right around $2,300–$2,400, so not bad for our first year. Next year, hopefully we'll get that up even higher. And it's a lot easier and nicer to get people that you ride with locally in Rhode Island that may be intimidated by doing a 6,000 person ride or of that length of 100 miles that can come out here. It's much more accessible, and it's in our own backyard. It's nice to have small state, but we can do just as much as anyone else and attract people. Over 100 signed up this year, I think, and I mean it's only going to grow. So it's good for the state, and it's good for Rhode Islanders. Something we can be proud of.
Back in 2008, both my parents were diagnosed with cancer. My father in March of '08 and my mom in April of '08. My father passed away 6 months later from his diagnosis, so July, and then 2 months later my mother passed away. When Jake told me that it wasn't so much for cancer research, but it was more for the care of the patient, what they were doing, that was something that I was like, wow, I wish my parents had the access to that. And unfortunately they didn't, but I like that I'm able to help somebody to have better care.
Without the support of tremendous partners in the community, we wouldn't be able to have the financial resources or the in-kind goods in order to put this on. So many companies chip in to make this day as financially successful as it can be, so that we can direct as much funds to support local cancer treatment.
When you first start to become involved with Life Cycle, you'll immediately feel that you're part of a community of people that are teaming together to really fight this battle against cancer. You can see the growth of this organization. The ability to have that type of direct impact certainly plays a large part in how I view Life Cycle and what they're looking to accomplish.
One of the things that I can tell you about Life Cycle is that their communication, staying in touch with us as sponsors, being part of the local community are all reasons why, if I were not already involved in Life Cycle, personally and professionally, I would get on board.
And we very much appreciate that the money raised by the Round Rhody and Life Cycle goes to support work being done here at the center. Some of the money is used to help patients who can't afford co-payments, can't afford some of the care that they're receiving. Those funds are always in need, and so it's wonderful to have that money to help support those patients. There are a lot of projects that we'd like to do, things we'd like to learn from our patients, but there isn't always someone who will support that. One study that I'm very closely involved with is an improvement in the treatment of patients with rectal cancer. But because we're not using any new drugs, because we're not trying out something for a pharmaceutical company, it was really impossible to get a sponsor for that study. And the Round Rhody has really enabled us to do that study, and we're nearing completion of it.
In our first 3 years, the participants in Round Rhody have been able to raise more than $75,000 that have gone to work right here in Rhode Island to support local cancer treatment.
We learned of Life Cycle's interest in supporting the cancer programs here at the hospital. We were delighted that they recognized the importance of the work we would do, and we were thrilled when they wanted to make us the beneficiary of what's really a terrific team effort. They were laser-like in what they wanted to accomplish. They wanted to make an impact. They were clear on what the objectives were, and with a $29,000 gift, they accomplished that objective. Support comes in many different shapes and sizes, and it's unusual in a good way when an organization wants to target their giving right to the bedside, right to the patient. It has the most direct impact on patient care and outcomes. So again, we were thrilled.
The funds that Life Cycle has contributed, the funds that have been raised by our participants and supporters of Life Cycle, to know that that's saving people's lives today. That people have been able to receive treatment who otherwise would not have received treatment, or they were able to receive better treatment because of those funds. That means something.
There are so many people who rely on help, such as from Life Cycle, to be able to receive the treatment that they need, especially in these days where the cancer drugs are beyond comprehension as to how expensive they are. And without that, there are many people who wouldn't be able to get the care that they're getting.
Four out of every 10 Rhode Islanders will be diagnosed with cancer at some point during their life. Only half of them will beat cancer. It's critical that we put the resources into prevention, early detection, and treatment so that people have the best shot possible at beating cancer. Until there's a cure for everybody, we all must continue to fight. Your help is needed to make sure those resources are available. You're needed in this fight.